I have no idea what's going to come up on a clip show one day. Don't smile at me. Like you've got a trustworthy face.
Smiles intensify.
Smiles intensify. So, you finally settled on what CPU to put in your PC, the best graphics card your budget can allot for, the fastest RAM that motherboard can support, and you go to put it all together, and it doesn't fit in the case. Nothing about PC building can be more annoying than this last step. Hi guys, it's me, it's Alex from the Novatech Service Center, and this video is going to be a little different, less of a tutorial and more of a buying guide for yourself. A couple of things to keep in mind about PC cases to make sure that you get the right one the first time and that you can enjoy building PCs as much as we do here at Novatech. Right, so what we want to do today is we want to break down PC cases in as simple a concept as possible. There's a lot of things to consider when it comes to a PC, but the most obvious one and the first one you want to pick is just the size. And the number one thing that's going to determine what size you really should go for is actually the size of your motherboard. So motherboards come in about 4 different main sizes, and they go from smallest to biggest. You've got ITX, micro ATX, regular ATX, and then eATX or extended. That's going to be the biggest one. So you want to make sure that you get a case that can support these things. The other thing about a case that you should always consider is the size of your graphics card. They've only been getting bigger as time goes on, and that doesn't seem like it's going to stop anytime soon. Really useful tool that you can always check, especially with us here at Novatech. If you go to our website and go to the case you're interested in buying, you can then click the specifications tab, and that's going to show you what motherboard formats that case supports and how long a graphics card that the case can fit. I do want to leave as a stipulation though, and we'll talk about this later, that if you have one of these closed loop all-in-one water cooling systems and you decide to put the radiators on the front, keep in mind that's going to knock a couple of inches off of your maximum GPU length because it will get in the way. Yeah, so the majority of you are going to be building with probably micro ATX or regular ATX systems, and most of the time cases are pretty ubiquitous with this. A term that's thrown around is a MIDI tower. That's usually pretty good for a micro ATX to ATX form factor. Mini ITX, like the smallest PCs you can build, get a little tricky. You gotta be very careful with your airflow. Things aren't quite so uniform. A lot of cases do a lot of weird things with riser cables where your GPU is actually like on the back of the case rather than on the front. So if it's your first time building, I don't recommend going mini ITX, but a micro ATX or a regular ATX build, anybody can do. I absolutely believe in you guys, and I'm just gonna try and help you pick the right case right now. And if you are enjoying these videos, just keep in mind, a sub goes a long way with us, really would be amazing. Right. And for PC cases, we have a great one right here. This is a Fractal Design Meshify 2, and this is a fantastic case to talk about my next point, which is airflow. Airflow is really important to higher performance PCs. The main way that all of your components keep themselves cool is by moving air over a radiator. This is true of liquid-cooled systems. Essentially, what cools the liquid in a liquid-cooled system is good airflow. So I want to show you the inside of this case to try to give you a quick explanation of what we are trying to do with airflow. Most of the air in a system like this is going to come in through the front right here. And so it's going to be a lot of air moving forward. This is why you want a nice open mesh front, and why Fractal have even made it so that you can remove the dust filter on this one to improve the airflow even further. Shouldn't be necessary though. So ideally with airflow, what you want is you want air coming in through the front. That's always going to be the case. Sometimes airflow from the bottom up. And what you want is the air to then exit the case either through the back here and through the top right here. If you can only have 3 fans, then the best setup is going to be one here, and then the one at the back. This will allow your airflow to come in and go up and out and disperse. And that way you get heat out of the chassis. That's what we want. We want heat out, cold air in, and that's how you keep your components cool. The last thing I'll really say about airflow is I'm a big fan of positive pressure. That means that you've got more air being put in the case than can get out. Because if it gets to like too much air, you've got holes and gaps in the side, the air will naturally leave. But if you have negative pressure, more air leaving than coming into the case, the computer case kind of acts like a vacuum cleaner. And that's how you're gonna get quite a lot of dust quite quickly. So for the longevity of components, for good airflow, good cooling, positive pressure and make sure that you've got something with a nice open front. Since we've already talked about airflow, the next thing to think about when choosing a case is just how it looks to you. You know, appearances are entirely subjective, so pick whatever one speaks to you. A couple of notes I'd say though, if you've got a solid or even a glass front panel, that is gonna affect our first point, which is airflow. I think airflow is the most critical part of what you pick a case for, so make sure to not sacrifice those kind of performance things just because you like the way it looks. Another thing about cases, especially recently, this is a new thing that's happening, is what we would call modularity. This is the ability to take the case apart to make building it up a little easier to get to cables, to get to headers on the motherboard, things like that. And just overall, it kind of falls under the ease of use category. This case, once again, is fantastic. I mean, if I need to get to the AIO, top panel just pops right off. It's the easiest thing in the world. And then, oh look, I gotta clean the top mesh. That comes right off too, super easy. This right here with the AIO, you can unscrew this, that comes away, fit your radiator, fit your fans. Could not be easier for this case. So if this is a huge thing for you, modularity, ease of building, you can look for that in certain builds. Keep in mind, typically, cases on the higher end of the price point will have features like this. And that leads really good into our final point about our case purchasing guide, which is price. Price is probably going to be the most important factor for some of us, and as well may be. This Fractal Meshify 2 here is on our website right now for about £135, and that is definitely going to be on kind of the mid to high level spectrum for cases and what they cost, but I just see a huge amount of value in purchasing this. This is easily a 10-year purchase and would last you that long, no problem. Some really great offerings from Corsair. So a couple of standouts for me are going to be things like the 4000DX or the 4000DA, I believe is the airflow one. I also really like for a budget PC, the Corsair 220T. That comes with 3 RGB fans and an RGB controller. Great starting point for if you want to get into RGB. And hey, if you're interested in different lighting components and fans and strips and stuff and how to make that work on your PC, leave a like on this video and a comment saying that's what you want to see, because we would love to put something like that together for all of you. And that's about it, really. Cases can seem daunting, it can seem complicated, but mostly it's just about understanding a couple of clear rules, what size your motherboard is, how big your graphics card is, what kind of airflow you want, and a lot of these nuts and bolts figures can really be easily found on our website, novatech.co.uk. You can then go to the case that you're interested in purchasing and select the specifications tab. As I said earlier, it's going to tell you what size fans fit in every orientation. It's going to tell you how big the graphics card can be, what kind of power supply it supports, which motherboard size it's going to support. And for first-time buyers, for veteran buyers, who am I kidding? I want to know that stuff all the time. So very good tool, very good helpful thing to know. And if you liked that video, guys, and hey, if you wanted to see that RGB one we were talking about as well, like the video, leave a comment, share it to your friends, subscribe by all means, and stay tuned because we are absolutely doing more of these. Thanks for your time, and hopefully you'll be around for the next one.